creates the hole behind the ruck. Ridge runs a good line at pace. Too fast to get through. Parramatta were concerning me that they'd dropped a little bit.
Yep.
The game was over, their intensity had dropped. Their completion rate was starting to... A few back-to-back errors, and it was a good line by Ridge. And O'Dwyer gets him on the board.
First try since round 25, 2009 for Chalky O'Dwyer. Good man. Underrated footballer as well. Preston Campbell puts his name on the score sheet with 2 points. He deserves 4 somewhere tonight, doesn't he? As we take a look at the Ridge run. Nicely drawing the fullback. Jared Hayne, in fact, asked if it was forward, and he may have some foundation to that argument.
It certainly looked like it floated a little bit forward, but the try was awarded.
Nathan Hindmarsh given a rest. Nathan with 38 tackles, 14 hit-ups. Very busy again in both departments. Another difficult year for Nathan. And the fact he has led by example, as he always does, as captain. No tries, though, interestingly enough, for Nathan Hindmarsh. And that means nudie run. Titans, Lawler, Frankie doing well to hold on to that, but the ball has gone into the Eels.
Knock on.
Yeah, the ball bouncing into Chris Hicks, which is deemed to be a knock-on. Frankie has to have 2 grabs at it. Hits Chris Hicks' left hand. I'm going to say that Nathan Hindmarsh next year possibly shouldn't be the captain of the club. I think he's a great leader anyway without being a captain. Who puts added pressure on him.
Who should be captain?
Well, I think you've got to build someone for the future, and I think maybe his responsibility required on
nice and tight.
Timmy Manners'
Stay there, Preston.
mantle, Jared Haynes' mantle.
I'm just going quiet so I don't argue with you, that's all. We're going to get on tonight.
He's a great leader, Nathan Hindmarsh, and he's going to do it with or without the captaincy.
Yep. No, I agree with that point, as the Eels look for number 7 tonight. Still, Hayne leaves a couple of Titan players dusted and busted in the background. Penalty, Titans.
Stepped over it. He stepped over it. I just want you to play it properly. I just want you to play it properly.
He's behind me.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realise the magnitude of that one from Jared, but yeah, it was a beauty. Absolute penalty.
Good luck arguing out of that one.
Yeah, no, he's had a look up on the big screen and thought, okay, I'll keep quiet there. Bailey hasn't stopped again, has he? 28 tackles, 14 hit-ups.
Lost. Let go. I've got a lost call. We'll go with it.
Matty White there. I've run out of ways of saying drop ball, incomplete set.
$14 from 30 in a completion rate,
Yep.
which is really 12 from 30 if you talk about the 2 penalties in the first half.
Wait.
It's the most basic mistakes you can make. It's not trying to ball play,
Yep.
it's dropping them cold. Give every player a football, tell him he's not allowed to put it down for the whole pre-season. We'll see you at Christmas.
It's been done before by a number of coaches over the years. Here is Shackleton, 6 tries to 1. And most dangerous when that man Hayne is involved, but he's left the ball behind.
No, not him. The big 10.
This is the battle for the wooden spoon. The prize in rugby league that no one wants. In years to come, though, all of us fans will only remember two stats from 2011. Who were the premiers and who were the wooden spooners? Positions 12 to 15 are all very quickly forgotten. Almost like a quote from the great Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. You've got four girls. I'll explain it later, Noddy. Torpy. Back to Shrama. Now to LaFranchi.
Who is going to be first, Andy? Who is going to win the competition? It is open to anyone.
Hasn't everything changed in the last 8 days with suspension, injury? The Dragons are back. Tigers are firing. And the Eels are in possession inside the final 5 minutes. Moi Moi. Had a strong game tonight, Fui. 13 hit-ups. Busy defensively. Can we finish perfectly for Presto with some points at the end of it? Because he hasn't stopped a game. Only a little fella, and as we saw earlier, when he upended big Fui Moi Moi, isn't afraid to put it all on the line, and there he is beautifully around the bootlaces of Ryan Morgan. Back to Hayne and on to O'Hanlon. Gets past Torpy. Can't get past Matthews and also me. Hayne. Grubber on this occasion, looking for a bounce. Rankin gets it. Then splits a couple of Eels. Still going. Then Matua, Lasalo and Hayne will grab a different body part and drag it in a different angle. Looked like a scarecrow for a moment there. Stretched all over the place. Oh, Fui. Rushed in on Luke O'Dwyer. Here's Bailey. For Parramatta, it's not a bad place of the world to finish your season, the Gold Coast. Campbell with a dummy. Almost through. A full set in front. Here is Shrama. Oh, ball around the corner from Matty Shrama. In fact, that was John Cartwright-like to Mark Minicello. Rankin over the top looking for Michaels, is not going to find him. Very easily found Sio. He's on the first.
Positionally, Sio has been outstanding.
Yep.
Always in the right spot. He's had to take a couple of high balls, one creating a 20-metre tap under pressure on the own goal. Defensively, he's come up and in and tackled Jordan Rankin early in the game.
Going to be their biggest loss at Skilled Park. The previous record was 24 points. That was only a couple of weeks ago, so it didn't last long. Smith, Sio, couldn't get on the outside of another speedster in Zillman. A night that is their 50th match here at home.
They haven't had much success this year in milestone matches, the Titans. Luke Bailey had a milestone, they lost. Preston Campbell played his 250th, they lost. And now the Titans are playing their 50th game at Skilled Park, and again, lose, and lose comfortably.
Questions, no answers at the moment on the Titans bench. No doubt the Titans dressing room. In fact, the year's probably been bad enough that the break's going to be good. It's going to be positive. Everyone, go your own way. See you in a couple of weeks' time. Spinning the ball wide. Rookie on veteran. Well, Frankie with what might be his last hit up as a Titan. They came into this game plenty to play for. And the last penalty will go to the Gold Coast.
No, stop. Back here.
The refs pull it back.
Wait till they're onside now. Wait till they're onside. No. Look, you got guys offside in that. It's not my fault.
Oh, well. Into touch. It does. One final play. Is it for Preston Campbell? Over the top. Luke Bailey steaming onto it. He flicks it out the back to Ben Ridge. Inside to David Mead. Try of the night, perhaps.
Possibly the Titans try of the year.
I'm just grounding, mate. No view at all.
David Mead scored a try against the Sharks with a one-hand pickup that was exciting, but what is a front rower doing on tackle one, getting a chip kick off the tap? Strama had no idea what to do, and Bailey in the middle of the screen leading. There's no fullback in play. It is a perfect kick. It lands in his hands. Few interchanges of passes, and then Mead gets downward pressure.
The only disappointing thing, I guess, is the fact that it wasn't Presto in the middle.
Checking the grounding again, but there's obviously a concern. It's a try, and Preston won't be converting the goal. There's another fella out there with the ball under his arm.
So David Mead will get a try. His 16th for the season in what has been individually a breakout year. What about this? Drama over the top to, we're going to hyphenate his name to Luke Bailey Slater.
And pointed for it. He wanted the kick.
And that is how we finish here at Skills Stadium. Siren has sounded. And it is the Parramatta Eels doing a number on the Gold Coast Titans. They have won 32 points to 12. Final kick converted by Anthony LaFranchi on what is and has been a disappointing night for the home side. They came in with so much to play for, and they gave it their all, as does every player every week in the NRL. But tonight, pretty simply, nothing was working. That is it for Preston Campbell. A number of retirees here tonight, but Campbell he is the big name, the marquee.